guys, welcome to Boost Hunter Garage. Sitting here on the back of my truck with a bed full of truck parts, Cummins blocks, that kind of thing. And you wonder how you get here. Well, a buddy of mine texts me up and says he's clearing out a storage unit full of diesel parts, truck parts in general. Friend of his used to own a diesel shop here and kind of got out of the business, moved away to do a different job, that kind of thing. And this storage unit's been sitting there, I believe, 12 years. They used to have a pulling truck, different things like that. They travel all over doing that. And my buddy who's clearing it out, they finally just decided to do that. And he's more of a Duramax guy and just is busy with other things. So he doesn't do as much truck stuff now. And he thought of me and he's like, would rather me have it than it end up sitting at his place and then just tossing it, that kind of thing. So we picked up 3 Cummins blocks of all different flavors. We got a common rail, a 5.9 out of VP44 truck, and a 12 valve block. I believe all of them need machine work. I know I haven't gone through them yet, which we'll do coming up here. But I know like the common rail has a melted piston. So that's the main one I wanted. Eventually we'll get that all machined up and I'll build an engine out of it for my 3rd gen. Whenever that thing decides to pop, where we want a little more performance out of that. We got a 48RE transmission here, which I was kind of the most pumped about. It's a 2-wheel drive transmission, which I need for my 2nd gen truck, which is a 2-wheel drive. And yeah, it apparently came out of a wrecked truck. It was all good, other than right now it's missing a valve body and needs a torque converter. So we'll maybe go through that, but the plan is to put that in my 2nd gen, get rid of my manual transmission. And I've flip-flop plans on that truck a million times. And for now, I think what we're gonna do is put this transmission in behind the 12 valve, and we're just gonna make it into a burnout truck for now. Just so I can get into that cheaper than a race truck for now, and it allows me to go have some fun with it, get out to some of these events that are going on. There's tons of these burnout competitions going on. So that's probably what we'll head with that. So I was pumped to get that transmission, especially at the price that I got all this stuff for. Way cheaper than if I would even buy a core one and get it built, those kind of things. And then I just got a bunch of random other things that he kind of just threw in on top that instead of going in the garbage like this bag here is just all random wiring harnesses. Mainly just took that for connectors. You know, you never know when you need one. They're not always cheap to buy or find. Got fuel lines, exhaust manifolds, I don't know, intercoolers, a bunch of random stuff. And I mean, any truck guy or car guy, anything like that, when you get a deal like this comes up, whether you have the room for it or not, you're going to take it all. I mean, I would have took even more, but right now we got a ton of space, but I had to take it. I couldn't pass up the deal, and I appreciate him reaching out to me and thinking of me for this stuff. So it helps us, you know, make more content here and hopefully, you know, build some stuff. I'll probably get rid of the VP44 engine. I don't really have a use for it right now. VP44 suck compared to anything else. And it just allows me to sell that, and it's the most whole engine out of all of them, and recoup some of my money so I get into this extra cheap. It just allows me to spend more on doing some of this other stuff. So we'll kind of just need to organize this stuff. It's kind of going to be a vlog style video. Just show you some of the goodies we picked up, and yeah, just get this organized and sorted out and cleaned up, and possibly tear these engines down. I don't know if I'll have time in this video or not, but we'll see where this goes. All right, so we're just gonna start throwing this stuff in a crate that I don't need right away, but we got things like this manifold here. I believe it's a T4 with the wastegate, so probably end up using this on the burnout truck. We'll see. One other thing, hit me up in the comments if you could tell me what the difference between 24 valve and a 12 valve 5.9 exhaust manifold difference. I swear I've heard there is a difference. I know they'll bolt up. I don't know if is it something different with the port. If you know, let me know down in the comments. But we'll get these sorted out or thrown away here. Put away for fun down the road. So I got 2 2nd gen style and then a stock 3rd gen style, which probably will never use this, but you might as well take it, right? And then I think we might be able to build a rowdy looking turbo setup for the burnout truck with this. If we don't use that, style one for a wastegate, but the big spacer with a spot to weld on a wastegate there. So might as well take it. And then I just got a ton of fuel lines, which I'm just gonna throw in here. Don't know what I need them for, but we might use them or be able to bend them for something down the road that we need. All right, now we got all those fuel lines out of the way and throwing in the tote. Pulled out a couple other things. Realized I didn't look at this when I threw it in, but it is, I believe, a VP44 front timing case. So this is something I'll definitely just clean up and get rid of. So if you're in Idaho and some of the stuff that you see you're wanting, shoot me a message or in the comments. Eventually it's gonna be on Marketplace because I have no use for this and that engine will be going. So we'll clean this up and get it to the side. Got ourselves a girdle. I'll have to figure out what this is from and if it's still in good condition. And then I believe this is the correct adapter to go to this. We'll have to dig in. I'll check, I guess, the same as off the back of that common rail. But that's handy because I will need an adapter plate to go onto the 12 valve. And I wasn't going to take these big 6-inch exhaust knives. I believe they're from a stack kit. But then Levi gave me an idea for a pretty outrageous exhaust tip idea using both these. So that's possibly what we're going to do. It's not something I'll probably leave on this truck. You know, just get the haters going, I guess they would say. So we'll keep these, and shortly here I've been wanting to redo the exhaust on this truck after I did a few things. So I was planning on doing that soon. So maybe we'll do a temporary, pretty outrageous exhaust tip setup with these two here. So I thought I'd take them anyways. We'll throw those aside and get to those soon. Got a second gen intercooler here, but then I got this other intercooler, which I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep. Oh, it is a Chrysler one. Just probably the stock size. I forget what year had the plastic end tank on it. So I'll probably test this, make sure this isn't, got a hole in it somewhere, and then we'll probably throw this on the old Marketplace because I probably won't end up using this one at all, just with the plastic intakes and stuff, but I took it anyways. I'm guessing it's a 3rd gen one. Yeah, I'm assuming, I'm not sure if early 3rd gen is different than late 3rd gen or not. I don't think it is, but we'll possibly, we'll figure it out. I'll check this part number, but if you know, throw a comment down below what you believe this is out of. And I'll probably just get rid of this because I won't use it, but I'll keep the 2nd gen one. guys, we got the two engines I'm going to keep tucked away in the corner here. I was planning on, getting them put in my storage unit or somewhere else. We're in my in-laws shop right here. And before I even said anything, my father-in-law cleared his space. He's like, oh no, you can throw them in here. So huge thanks to them for always putting up with all my redneck bullshit and all my stuff I have. I'm thankful that they let me store this stuff here. So this is the common rail one that I'm going to keep and rebuild. And you can see down in here, it's got a pretty melted piston. So that's what the problem with this one is. So we'll have to tear this one down. It'll go to the machine shop. This one here is a 12 valve block here. I'm not 100% sure what went wrong with this one. I'm assuming, so these two center, 3 and 4 are missing piston and rods in them. So I'm assuming either broke a rod, cracked a piston, something. I can't fully tell. I didn't look close enough in the cylinder to see if they're super scored up. But we'll have that one as a backup because my block for my P-pump 12 valve is a 53 block. So with those, you never know if they're going to crack or not. So we'll have that one. We'll eventually get that machined up. So these two, in a future video here soon, we will, kind of tear these all down, see what kind of damage they have, what good parts we have, get them tore down and cleaned up. So eventually we can take them to the machine shop. They'll be a little easier to move around with a little less weight on them. So we got those ones. And then over here, we got this VP44 one. This is the one I'm going to sell. So I'm going to get this all cleaned up. Tried putting it, we already put it away, but an old engine hoist or stand that I got given from my wife's grandpa, which was normally, probably had the old 350s on them. Did not want to hold the weight of this engine. I'll either have to get a different engine stand or beef that one up. But anyways, got this one. It's the most whole engine. So I'll probably just clean this up and sell it the way it is and hopefully recoup a bunch of my money so that we kind of got into all this for real cheap or free. And I tried cranking this over and it was going good because when I first looked at it, these pistons all look good, all that. And so I wasn't sure, and they weren't sure. This stuff's all been sitting for a while. What had all got wrong? I know he had mentioned he wasn't sure one of them had broke a wrist pin. And I'm thinking it's this one because at first it started turning over super easy. And then this number 6 one kind of froze in place and didn't want to move anymore. And when I kind of worked the engine back and forth, the other pistons were moving. So I'm assuming something's wrong here, whether it broke the wrist pin right off. And at first, because it was moving at first, fine, and then it got itself stuck. So it's something in number 6 here, but otherwise a lot of good parts on this one, but I won't be using, I could have used the block, but it's just easier for me to sell this one with all the parts on it. Hopefully someone will want it and can do an easy rebuild on it. So that's the plan. Tomorrow I'm going to take this outside and just pressure wash it. We'll plug some of the holes up so we don't get water and everything. But yeah, we'll just get it cleaned up and for sale. I got a couple other parts of stuff I wasn't going to use, so I'll throw those up on Marketplace. All right, guys. Well, thanks a lot for watching. I know this is something a little different than my normal videos, but this will bring us some more content, some different things to do. Getting a deal like this with all this stuff definitely helps. I'm not made of money, so I got big dreams of stuff I want to do, but not always the funds to do it. So little things like this helps get us a few steps closer. So hopefully, like I said before, with that transmission, it'll allow us, we'll put that in my 2nd gen that I have, and hopefully build, some kind of burnout rig with it. We'll start small and slowly add to it, but it'll allow me to get that truck out. It's in pieces in my garage. And that truck I can't really drive on the street because I brought it from Canada, and the only reason I was able to get it here was if it's only for like competition use, that kind of thing. So it allows me to do a little bit with that truck until we decide fully whether it stays a burnout truck or we eventually turn it into some sort of race truck. But we'll eventually, so that get some content going on that. I need to get some of the parts pulled out of it and source some stuff for that transmission. And we'll slowly get that put back together. You know, we're getting close to spring here. I was hoping to, maybe we'll be able to get it for sometime this summer, get it going, and maybe hit up some of these burnout competitions, truck show type things, maybe some local ones. I know Daily Driven Performance does a truck show, dyno, burnouts, that kind of thing in Jerome, Idaho. I think that's later in the summer, maybe in the closer to fall. So it'd be cool to be able to make it out to that, but we'll see where we get with all this. But thanks a lot for watching, and once again, thanks to my in-laws for not only helping me get all this stuff unloaded and allowing me to store some of this there. I greatly appreciate it. It helps out a lot. So please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next video.